Hello and welcome to Warcraft Daily for today, the 15th of April 2013. In today's news we have an update to the PTR and a whole bunch of blue tweets. Not much interesting, but as we are very close to the release of this patch, it's not like we're going to see that much big information too soon. So first I'm going to jump into the PTR update and the class changes. So for Death Knights we have Blood Plague and Frost Fever. They no longer benefit from Tricks of the Trade. And the unholy changes they made previously have been reverted. There are some buffs in this, some nerfs, I wasn't really sure what to make of it. They've also buffed Druid Mastery by 33%, so it's pretty nice for the Druids. Maybe it makes that a viable stat now or something like that. For Hunters, BM, the cooldown on BM pet CCs has been doubled. This is basically to nerf Hunter CCs in PvP. They were going to have it so that there's diminishing returns with Wyvern Sting and Wyvern Sting, Traps, and I think Scatter Shot, but that's also been reverted in replacement for this. They've also changed Exotic Beast so that it no longer reduces the ability and special pet cooldowns by 33%. Next up we have Mages. For the mirror image copies, they no longer cast Fire Blast, but instead their Frostbolt's been buffed to do 10% more damage. Also, Flame Glow will benefit. Its benefit from spell power has been reduced from 15% from 20, and Incanter's Ward has been nerfed by 50% in terms of its potency, but it's also been increased in duration by 10 seconds. Overall, though, I think it is a slight nerf. This is mainly meant for PvP so that it decreases mage burst. Now for Paladins, Seal of Righteousness has been nerfed. Instead of reducing physical damage taken by 30%, it's now 25%. For Priests, your Vampiric Embrace for 25 player ratings being buffed. It now affects 15 players, up from 6. And Shamans have also had a change, I don't know if it's a buff or a nerf. For Lava Burst, it now has a cast of 2 seconds I think, up from 1.5, but it does 25% more damage. That's definitely quite nice. We've also done some bug fixes and things. For the Flames of the Void quest, the War Serpent is no longer bug, and in the Crypt of the Forgotten Kings scenario, the Uncontrolled Anger no longer improperly forces you out of stealth. There's also confirmation in these notes of the most recent PvP power reduction for gems. In this change they decreased the PvP power and everything. That includes the Engineer's Cogwheel by 50%. It's part of an overall sort of reduction in PvP power. Also, the Eye of the Black Prince can now be used to apply Prismatic Socket to reborn weapons. Next up we have tweets. They have said they've actually admitted backtracking on having no main villain in Pandaria. They said before the expansion launched that there was no villain, it would just sort of be a kind of collection of its own stories, but we now have the overarching story. And to us I think it's worked out pretty well for them. They've had a well well done raid tiers. It's not like it's really got in the way of anything, and it's been interesting enough. It's fueled these interim patches like 5.1 and 5.3 very well in terms of story and that kind of thing. And finally, for pet battle spectating, the gist of what I've seen for all these tweets is that it was something that was really easy to implement, so they just sort of threw it in anyway to add to the feature list. And that's actually it for today's episode. I have to do a really quick one because I'm lovely and ultra busy, so that's great. Thanks for watching. Please like and sub if you like the show. We're getting much more views than we used to, so this is good. I might be able to do it more often. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.